my name is LeAnna Neas, and this semester I was placed at Girls on the Run at Gray Elementary School. In this presentation, I'll be telling you a little bit more about Girls on the Run. So, a little about me. My name is LeAnna Neas, and I live in Greenville, Tennessee, which is about a 45-minute drive from ETSU. I commute to classes on Mondays and Wednesdays, and I'm majoring in early childhood education and minoring in communicative disorders. Whenever I came to ETSU in 2015, I thought that I wanted to be a radiographer, but then I soon changed my mind after taking a few of the classes and realized that I loved working with small children, so I changed my major to early childhood education, and I picked up the minor in communicative disorders because I think that speech disorders are very interesting to learn about. I work as a cashier at Food City in Greenville, and I also take care of a lady who has dementia. When I first saw the placement possibilities for this class, I almost picked hospice, but then decided to pick a different organization since I work so closely with hospice in my job. Girls on the Run was established in 1996 in Charlotte, North Carolina by program founder Mary W. Barker. Mary struggled in her own life, including a bout with alcoholism, and came to the realization that a running program gave her respect for her own body and the things it can do. What started out at just one school with 13 girls has now grown to over 200 councils in all 50 states in the District of Columbia. Over 100,000 volunteers assist 185,000 girls reach their full potential. Each season, just here in the Tri-Cities area, there are 600 to 700 girls who participate in Girls on the Run. Girls on the Run has hosted over 350 end-of-season 5K events across the United States. This slide shows a breakdown of the 2016 revenues and support that the Girls on the Run brought in. In 2016, Girls on the Run raised $4,981,932. 25% of this was brought in by merchandise sales, and you can buy their merchandise online, and also on Saturday when they had their 5K, they had booths set up where you could purchase merchandise. 24% came from membership and renewal fees. Each girl has to pay $150 to be a part of Girls on the Run, and that is per season, which is 20 weeks of lessons. 23% came from contributions and grants. 11% came from sponsorships. 7% came from registration fees, and this is to enter for the race or the 5K, and if each girl has a running buddy, and their running buddy has to pay a fee to run the 5K. 6% comes from training, 3% comes from fundraising events, and 1% comes from another source. This slide shows a breakdown of the 2016 functional expenses made by Girls on the Run in 2016. In 2016, Girls on the Run spent $4,766,063. 77% of this came from program services, and these are things like water bottles that each girl gets at the beginning of their season, snacks that are provided before each practice, which take place twice a week, t-shirts that the girls receive to wear on the day of their 5K, t-shirts that the coaches receive to wear on the day of the 5K, and all the things that go into making the lessons each week. 14% come from general administrative fees, and 9% come from fundraising costs. So altogether, Girls on the Run are able to keep about $215,869 for the next season. So who benefits from Girls on the Run? Girls on the Run is for any girl interested in the program that is in 3rd grade through 8th grade. 3rd grade through 5th grade is Girls on the Run, and then 5th through 8th grade is Heart and Soul, but they are a combined program. The girls meet twice a week at their school, and they learn life skills through dynamic, interactive lessons and running games. The curriculum is taught by a certified Girls on the Run coach. These coaches are usually teachers that are already at the school. I know the certified coach that was for Gray Elementary was a 1st grade teacher named Miss Bronstetter, and she voluntarily signed up to be a coach because she loved to run, and so she went to coach training and did the packets, and she was certified to teach each lesson. And there are usually up to 3 volunteers that aren't including the coach at each location. At Gray Elementary, there was Miss Bronstetter, who was the certified coach. I was there to volunteer, and there were also 2 other volunteers who had children in the program. Being a volunteer, we are not allowed to teach a lesson in any way, but we are allowed to answer any questions that the girls might have, or we can run with them or motivate them or give them ideas on how to complete their lesson. I met with Melissa Fleming at the beginning of the semester to interview her for my interview paper because she is one of the managers in charge of Girls on the Run for this area. And she told me that she visits elementary schools in the area to share information about Girls on the Run. She will set up a meeting with the school principal to see if the program is something that they would like to have at their school. If the principal of the school likes the idea, they will send Melissa to talk to the 3rd through 8th grade teachers. Not all schools in the area have Girls on the Run, but usually schools with a higher population will. Practice for the girls at Gray Elementary School was every Tuesday and Thursday from 3:45 to 5 p.m. The last dismissal bell was at 3:30, so they had 15 minutes to get changed and get to the cafeteria before they had snack. Then the girls would have snack and they could talk and sit with their friends. And they did that for about 15 minutes. And then the girls would go over the lesson for that day and talk about it. One day they would have a lesson about how you should treat your friends whenever something good happens to them, but it doesn't happen to you, like empathy. And the girls would get in groups of A and groups of B, and they were given a scenario. It would be like the students in group A received a great score on their test, but students in group B did not. How would you show empathy towards students in group B? Then the girls would do their warm-ups. They would do jumping jacks, sit-ups, and like crab crawls, bear crawls to prepare for their 5K. And then they would run, and at the end of practice, one girl would be selected to receive the Energy Award. And this was a girl who did outstanding in the day. You could tell that she was very motivated and did not want to give up. And she would be selected to stand in the middle, and all the girls would put their hands on their head and say, "Girls on the Run is so much fun." And then they would be handed their identity cards. And on the identity cards, they put the date, they put how long they ran, and then on the other side, they would write something small about what they learned about today. The end of the season 5K. The end of the season 5K is the most anticipated event I think I have ever been a part of. The girls work for 14 weeks to prepare for the 5K. In the beginning of the lessons, they will talk more about body positivity and attitudes and how you should treat your friends. And then towards the end, they will still talk about these things, but then they will start to run more to work up their endurance. And the girls are very excited to run with their family and friends in the 5K. The 5K in the fall is in December, and the 5K in the spring is in May, and the 5K in May is a color run. The 5K this year was on Saturday, December 2nd at Thomas Stadium in Johnson City. Pictured below on the far left is Miss Bronstetter. She was the coach. Next is Amanda. She was Ava's mom. And then there's me. And then there's Michelle. She was Josie's mom. The girls were very excited that day that all of us were there and we could all run together because all of the girls from all of the different schools get to come together and run. There were more people there than I think I've ever seen at any other 5K. The girls could have spray paint in their hair, they had tattoos, they had capes, and they were all wearing their purple Girls on the Run 5K. And the two schools with the most participation were awarded $1,000 each, and each girl got a medal at the end signifying that they had finished the race. The girls loved this. And I really do enjoy this program. This semester I've had the greatest time going to Gray Elementary School and just hanging out with them and getting to know them. The girls would tell me the funniest stories and they would really tell you anything. But it was really great to be someone who could help teach a girl about friendship or about body positivity and then look up to you and ask you questions and just be there for them. I think that I picked the right placement, and I could not be happier with the placement that I chose this semester. There is nothing I would change about Girls on the Run. I think it is a great program, and I recommend it to any girl that is in 3rd through 8th grade that has this program at their school, I believe that it is worth the $150 to do this program. And I wish that I had known about it whenever I was their age.